So I'm just on my way back home from a little trip by myself, and visited a couple of my therapists and doctors and people that I work with, and those are also people that influence my program immensely, because they help me through so much pain and so much of my dark night of the soul and all these different points in time in my life where I needed the help, and where my body needed fixing and my mind needed fixing. And these people that really help me, I keep them close, right? I visit them regularly. I make sure that I do the maintenance that is needed for me to function properly and to function at my best. And it's a process, right? Like, nothing good comes from these quick fixes. And that is kind of the essence of this video, is because I thought about, whilst I was at this one guy's place today, I thought about the first time I visited him, and it's many years ago, right? And just how far I've come, right? And he said to me, like, man, because after the work we did, I asked him, like, what do you think? Because I always do ask my my therapist and stuff, like, how he sees the progress and stuff, like, from his point of view, right? And he says, man, when you came to me first, like, your body was just completely different. Like, the reaction of your tissue and your fascia and all that kind of stuff was completely different. And he described it beautifully, and it's so heartening and just heartwarming to hear someone say these words. And sometimes it's good to ask these kinds of people, right, like, what they think about your progress, and if there's any progress or if there isn't, right? And it's clearly someone that is an expert in his field, and I wouldn't ask him for his advice or his opinion otherwise, right? Which is also important. Don't get advice from someone that is not ahead of you on that subject. But it is truly beautiful to hear these words, and truly beautiful sometimes to reflect on how far you've come, right? Because we get stuck in this loop, and we always want something that's further ahead of us, and a lot of us live in the future. And it's a good reminder to really be present and just be, and just enjoy the fruits of your labor at some point, right? Like, sure, there's still pain going on, sure, there's stuff that could be better, but just acknowledge how far you've come, and you will see there's so much gratitude in this, and so much wisdom in this as well, right? Because it will take away from all that thought processes that don't get you anywhere. Because if you're always constantly in the future and constantly looking to improve and always looking for that next thing, like, you won't get anywhere, because you're doing these loops. And surely that sometimes you can still make progress, but to be on this sustainable path, and to really work on yourself and see this as a project, you have to be grateful, and you have to really just say thank you to your body as well at some point. Because that's also something that I just learned in these last couple of years, to be grateful for this host of our soul.